This vehicle for any signs of wear, any signs of damage. The vehicle has roaring noise coming from the rear, and it looks like the tires have cupped out on this vehicle. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test the integrity of the rear suspension to see if we can find what has caused this problem.
You can see the chopping right here of the tire really bad. All the way around, equally in the pattern. Perfect. All right, so we got our apprentice step student here,
Mr. Davis.
Mr. Davis. So Mr. Davis is going to be inspecting this vehicle to see what could be causing this type of wear, noise, and tire damage. All right, Mr. Davis, we'll let you go ahead and go through the motions.
So we talked about yesterday the axis that the vehicle sits in. We talked about latitude, longitude. So how can I check those angles with just me in the car? What can I do?
You can do a visual inspection, making sure that all of your fasteners are tight, checking all the bushings, all the ball joints for wear.
Okay.
You can try to jounce the vehicle, see if anything's making noise. You can use a pole jack to load the suspension. That's also checking it for wear.
All right. Is there anything you can do to manipulate the wheel to check the suspension?
You can push up on the wheel.
Okay.
And you can, if it was a wheel bearing issue, you could check it, movement side to side.
Okay. So let's see what happens. Let's try that and see what we can figure out.
I'll hold your flashlight so you can manipulate that wheel.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay, so given the fact that you were just pushing up on that wheel, I saw it go up and down. You think that's normal? That you can manipulate it just with your hands?
It should not be that easy to manipulate at all.
Okay. So what do you think could be the cause there?
It's possibly a weak strut, or maybe some ball joints or bushing are excessively worn, causing excessive play.
Okay. So we're going to hold the light and let's see if you do that, if you notice anything moving on this car that probably shouldn't be.
Looking at the very top of the strut, you can see the strut compressing, going into the bushing where it mounts into the body. So that strut mount is excessively worn, and my recommendation would be to replace it, do a full alignment, definitely get some new tires.
Excellent.
And go from
Absolutely.
there.
Now, you were saying that the strut itself or the shock could also be that, right? A fatigue spring. Is that shock leaking? Does it show any type of leak or residue?
From a visual inspection, I could not see any fluid coming out of the strut itself.
It's pretty dry and...
The spring doesn't look corroded or cracked or
Okay.
have any sort of damage.
But definitely that play in that upper bushing up there was
Right.
extremely excessive. And could not that have enough play to generate my tire hop pattern like that?
It is entirely possible.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thank you. This is another example of how BMW Apprentice Step students taking advantage of real world scenarios to figure out issues on vehicles.
Absolutely. Good job.